Hello, my name is Sarah. Welcome to the It's a Sarah podcast. Today is Monday, September 5th, 2022, and this is episode 38. Oh, the I don't like the It's so hard to say the I like to knit, I like to crochet, and I like to talk. So that's the perfect combination for making a podcast on YouTube. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so excuse my Dutchy English, but I make an episode every week. Actually, I make two every week, one in Dutch and one in English. It's so nice to read all your comments and all the lovely words. I enjoy it a lot. Once a week I sit down with my laptop and answer them all. It's quite hard to keep up with it because they are coming in all the time. So every Thursday, every Thursday, I try to reply everything. Okay, this will be worse. Okay, once it's a thing, it will be a thing. That will be the thing today. Okay, excuse the noise outside. My neighbor is cutting down three of them. One is already down and two they are working on. And I sat down early in the morning to make my Dutch episode, and they were also cutting down a tree at the front of our house. All the trees are cut down. I don't want it. It's such a pity. But noise all day, and I can't wait any longer. And they aren't ready for quite a while. They are working on it for hours, and they will be. So it's a podcast with a background. I hope you can't hear it as well as I do, but it is what it is. Today I will tell you about my finished objects, about what I'm working on. I've a new cast on, 2 new cast ons, 3, and some other stuff. I've quite some acquisitions. I had to practice that word, acquisitions. But now I can pronounce it. So a lot of nice stuff to tell you about. First of all, what I'm wearing. This is my Maema cardigan, and this is an old one. No, not quite old. This is from last year. Last year in September I finished it, and it is quite annoying. Last year in September I finished it, and it's one of my favorite summer cardigans. It's perfect for chilly summer mornings, or when it's cooling down in the evenings. I'm very, very happy with it. It's the Maema cardigan from Nodecker. Megan Nodecker, also known as Pip and Pin on Instagram. And I did some modifications. The pattern has quite larger, wider wider sleeves. That's not my kind of stuff. So I made my sleeve a bit narrow, and I didn't do any increases. I just knitted them straight. So there are a little bit of balloon sleeves. I also made a mistake on my shoulder, and I covered it with some embroidery. I learned from a Dutch creative lady, Nienke. Mooi van Draad is her Instagram name, and she is embroidering a lot on knitting, and it's It's absolutely lovely and I love the detail. I don't love the wool very much, the yarn I knitted in. I love it to wear it. It's merino, 100% merino. It's a superwash yarn and that's the problem, I guess. It's one merino from Lang Yarns and it was gifted to me. Yeah, it's quite pilling. It's not bothering me, but in my experience, superwash yarns are losing their prettiness when you're wearing it, and non-superwash yarns are getting prettier when you're wearing it. Although I must say I have never knit with non-superwash merino, so I don't know how it is with merino yarn. It pills also quite a lot when it's non-superwash, I guess. But this is a brioche stitch pattern and it was my first brioche and it's quite fun. I love it and there are no buttons. I wear it open and it's perfect for in the summer. Right now it's quite hot. It's a hot September day. It's above the 30 degrees and I don't like the hot weather. It's sweaty and I definitely don't need a cardigan right now. But my second what I'm wearing item is quite I also have to search that word. I guess it's revealed. I'm not revealed, or I am revealed. I don't know how to use it, but I feel quite. In my previous one of my previous episodes, I used the word naked, but I don't think that was the word you use when you say it. But revealed. I think I am feeling revealed. So, and it's quite. I like to wear more clothes when I'm filming a podcast on YouTube, but it's quite hot, so this feeling better. But this is my first finished object of this week. This is my fourth little secret crop from by Jessie Mae. I thought it was my third, but it is my third. There we go with the fourth. Oh, we don't have such letter combination in Dutch. We don't have it. We do have other letter combinations where other people struggle with, but not the we don't have it. But it is my fourth because I also made one for my 15-year-old daughter and I forgot that, but I saw it on my Ravelry page. You can check my Ravelry page. Somebody commented to me last week that the link wasn't working. I hope it works right now because I'm pretty good in tracking my projects on Ravelry. I don't know if tracking feels like the right word to say, but there are all my notes. I also keep my notes in my project book. I like it very much. It's a kind of a crafty diary, a knitting and crochet diary. But I will also share my notes on Ravelry, and my pictures, which I post on Instagram, I also share on Ravelry. So you can find me on Instagram and on Ravelry, everywhere. You can find me everywhere as itisasarah. That's quite easy. So there you can also find a picture of my daughter in her my little secret crop. So this is my third for me to wear, and this time I made a cotton one, a 100% cotton. It's a yarn from a brand I don't know. When we were on our camping holiday, I went to a big yarn barn. It was from two old people, and they sell a lot of cotton and acrylic. And I bought this brown cotton. It's a worsted weight, 50 gram, 75 meters, 100% cotton. And my favorite color is brown. Absolutely brown. Brown everywhere. Brown. I'm all in brown today. I love brown. I also have it in black because the basic colors I'm wearing the most. I do love knitting with a lot of color, but in daily life I wear my basic colored items absolutely the most. So I did choose this one, and the other two, my little secret crops, I made with some wool in it, 100% wool, and the other one a combination. And when I am feeling hot, I get a bit sweaty, and then wool is itchy to me. I never, I can totally have 100% wool on my skin, but not when I'm hot. Then it will be itchy. This mainly I wear a tank top under it, but this one I want to make from cotton, so I can wear one without a tank top. But you can see when I turn around that I still have kind of wear a tank top because it's on my skin. It's quite embarrassing. I have a tan line. My daughter, my 15-year-old daughter, told me you call this a tan line, and this is not the tan line I wanted. But I'm a lot of outside. I do a lot of walks and a lot of bicycle rides, and I always wear a black tank top. That's my, I think, daily. So I have a white tank top on my skin now. Oh, I don't like it. But I want next summer, I want to go for a crossed tank top. Because last week I was struggling with the word. It was not tabs, but the straps. I was thinking to do this straps. I always make my straps crossed because I like it. And I thought maybe I could do them straight. There are 2 options in the pattern. Jessie Mae tells you can do. But I absolutely love the cross on my back. It kind of break the revealed skin. So today is the first time I wear it without a tank top, although without a black tank top, and it feels a bit I don't know. But summer is almost over, and next year we will make a cross tan line and a bit of a sun-kissed back. We shall see. But it was very nice. I'm very happy with this result. I will stand up a bit. I tuck it in my skirt, so I made it quite some longer. I don't know what the pattern says, but I did 40 centimeters before I started working on the front. And that works out quite good for me. Last weekend I was on a knitting event. I will tell you a little bit more about that later. But I was on an event and I met a Dutch knitter. Her name is Rachel. You can find her as Rachelebel on Instagram. And she was wearing the other pattern from Jessie Mae, and I don't know the name of it. I will put the link in the show notes, just like all the other stuff I tell you about. And it was with the plain stockinette. It's also a summer top, but then with the plain stockinette. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's in my library, but I never made it. I felt absolutely in love with the ribbing, but there were some ladies who are telling their breasts. In Dutch we say boezem, or I say boezem, I don't know, your breast. The focus is quite on your breast when you are making a tank top with quite some negative ease in rib. And now my breasts aren't as big, aren't quite big. They are perfect for me, for my size. They're perfect, but I do understand. Look, so the focus is on there. They look bigger right now, and I kind of like it because I never have big breasts, big bosom. But I can imagine when you're not comfortable with that. Although I think it can be very pretty with a big breast and rib. The focus is on that. But when you're not feeling comfortable, that's the most important, that you're feeling comfortable in what you are wearing. That was the reason for some ladies to think it's not my kind of top to knit, because I'm not feeling comfortable with the focus on my breast. But there was a lady, Rachel, and she had made the other one, and her breasts are bigger than mine, and it was lovely. It looks so feminine, and so I think everybody who have seen her will agree with me. It was such a lovely top. So if you don't like the rib or you don't like the fit, check the other pattern of Jessie Mae, and it's definitely one I want to make next year, I guess. Okay, did I tell you all about my little secret crop? What I wanted to tell you? Yes, I guess. Okay, one other thing I finished last week. I showed you my Ariana cardigan, and I want to thank you for all the lovely comments. Before I was filming the episode, I added the buttons to the cardigan quite quickly, and then I made pictures and I showed it in the episode. And the next day I was looking at my pictures and I saw the squares, the triangles are not right. They are not straight at the front. They were wonky and they were not good. And I thought, oh no, how do I have to fix it? Do I have to block it again? Because I counted the ribbing and that was okay. But someone on Instagram suggested that I could replace the buttons, and that was an option, the perfect option. It didn't came in my mind, but it was the perfect option. So I did replace the buttons, and now they are fine. And it's quite hot now in the Netherlands, but last Saturday I could wear my cardigan for the first time and I love it. I love it. I love it. It makes me so happy. And I was on that knitting event on that fair, that market, and so many people loved it too. And yeah, it absolutely makes me happy. So Ariana cardigan it is. In my previous episode, I will tell you all about the cardigan, and you can find the link to the pattern and all the stuff. Okay, I have another finished object. This tiny little guy. Is it a guy or a girl? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But no, it's a cacti, a cactus. A cactus. One cactus, two cacti, I guess. Okay, it's a cactus. It's a brain cactus. I don't know if it also is in English. In Dutch we say hersencactus. It's a brain because this reminds you of your brain, maybe. Although the color, not the color, but the shape. And I've also looked for the Latin name, and it's Opuntia cylindrica. I guess something like that. Last week I'm not sure if I told you about in my English episode, but I received this book from two Dutch ladies. Their Instagram name is Leijns Creative Green House, and they made a book full of patterns, crochet patterns for plants. And I'm organizing the itisasarahfloramal make-along on Instagram to make all the plants. I do love to make cacti. I have made quite a lot the past few years, but never kept one myself. So this make-along was for me the reason to do and to make quite some for myself. And I've seen all the most lovely cacti and other plants, and even blankets with a flower pattern. Everything is okay. And these I picked for my parents. I have made these, but they were a gift for my parents, and now they are staying at my home for a while. But my mother wants them back. But I love them. So if you like to make some plants, check the hashtag itisasarahfloramal make-along on Instagram, and I'm absolutely sure you will love what you see there. Okay, these were all my finished objects. Then I have a new cast on. I have actually 3. This one is in my little sock project bag. This is quite funny. I don't think I ever told it in my English episodes, but I don't know the right word. A lot of years I went to thrift stores and I was absolutely in love with vintage fabric. So I collected vintage fabric from everywhere and had quite a pile. And I did love to make some stuff on my sewing machine. I'm not a good sewer, but when my girls were little, I have 3 children, 2 girls, 1 boy. When the girls were little, I made skirts for them and dresses and pillows and whatever. But I'm now making a hinterland dress. I actually didn't tell that on my podcast, also not on my Dutch, because it's kind of a secret because I'm not a sewer. But that's another story. But I I had quite some fabric, some vintage fabric, and I was feeling the push on my shoulders. I had the feeling I must make things of them. I must make stuff of them. But I prefer knitting and crochet. So but the fabric was all the time calling my name. Sarah, we want to be skirts, we want to be cushions, we want to be project bags. And I was feeling it, and I only could say, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't want to sew. I want to knit and I want to crochet. And then one day I had a friend, an Instagram friend, and she makes the most wonderful project bags. Her name is Leuk Gemaakt. It's Dutch for nice made, I guess, Ingrid. And I gave all my vintage fabric to her, and she makes the most loveliest project bag and sells them on Instagram. And these were a gift. This one was a gift for me. I have a lot of project bags gifted from Ingrid to me. And this fabric I found on, and it's all my fabric, so it's quite lovely to have them. They are not screaming from a box and screaming, we want to be this or we want to be that. No, you are a project bag right now. So my vintage fabric is happy, Ingrid was happy, and I am happy. So I can knit and put my sock in here, my sock. So everybody's happy. So I cast it on a sock. I love knitting socks, but I do have quite a lot of socks. So I try to make not a lot, too much of them, but these are for my daughter. I want to make some sporty socks. It's not white, but it's off-white. I think she preferred white, but I didn't have white, and I also didn't ask if she wanted these kind of socks. I just think I will make them. So I will knit these socks, and at the cuff, at the top of the cuff, I will add some stripes. And I think we have the again. I think she wants black stripes. Although I would like brown or pink or whatever, but we shall see. And I made them in my size, so if she don't like them, or she will not wear them, they can go in my sock drawer. I don't have a sock drawer, in my sock basket, or I will give them to a friend. But maybe, and I hope that she will be happy with it, and she have warm feet this winter. I do a 2x2 rib and a shadow wrap shorter heel, and I will give them some more attention in the podcast when they are finished. And I have my sock blocker, so I can show you how nice they are. Oh, I can tell you how I prefer to knit socks, from toe to cuff. I have a magic loop. I do have shorties. I do have a shorty set, but I discovered that I like to knit with shorties English style. But when I knit continental style, and that I'm quite sure now, after quite a few weeks of struggling, that continental is my go-to. Continental style, I prefer the longer needle tips and not the shorties, especially when I'm knitting rib. I only have the needles with I don't have the interchangeables for these needle tips. They are on my wish list, so maybe when my birthday is or whatever, I will get them. But I knit them with quite a long cable, and that's that's not necessary. But I could knit 2 of them on this cable. Only I prefer one at a time, especially because this work is my on-the-go work. I put it in my bag, and I always have knitting with me, and one at a time works better for me. I'm a bit a clumsy person, so when I am knitting two socks on one needle, I have 2 skeins or whatever, it always will be struggling. I'm struggling with one already. So this sock, it is long yarn shell wool. The yarn is a gift. I have so much long yarn wool in my stash because I worked for them. I don't do it anymore, but I still have the wool, and still have the yarns, and I will use them all my life, I guess. All the rest of my life, I will use them. Okay, I have another sock casted on, and this is quite a funny story. This is a connect sock. And also on Instagram, I organized the Sock Connect knit along, and it's a quite. I didn't the knit along deserves some attention from me, but my idea was to connect other people through sock knitting. So you can knit some stripes and you will send it by post on to another one. Last Saturday I had an event. It was, I don't know, it was a kind of a market. It was not especially a knitting event, it was quite small, but I was invited by the lady who organized it, and I went to the place, a little town, I guess a town above Amsterdam, and I don't live near Amsterdam. I live in the south of the Netherlands. The Netherlands is quite a small country, but I still live in the south, and Amsterdam is not, I can go there 1.5 hours by train, but I'm not doing that often. But now I train to warmer wear, and I was on that market all day, and I had a stand. And I didn't sell anything. All the other people were selling stuff, crafty stuff, wool or other, I don't know. But I had a stand where you can meet each other, and you can meet other knitters, and it was quite fun. We had some chairs, and there were some knitters, and they were coming by and saying hello, and some of them stayed quite a few hours, and it was so fun. It was so cozy. I absolutely love the connection you can make when you share the same passion, knitting or crochet, and it was lovely, and lovely to meet all those nice people. So I enjoyed it a lot, and I casted on this sock for that day, and I had some leftovers, sock yarn leftovers, and there were some ladies, and they added a stripe, and I thought I will not finish this sock. I will take it with me when I go to another event. Well, I don't know. Don't have. There is not one in my agenda right now. Did not. Relax. My brain is going faster than my mouth. That's not easy. I have no plans for one in the near future, but there will be one, and I will take this sock with me. So that will be fun. Then my last and also my most exciting cast on is my Stria cardigan. Do you say it's Stria? No, I guess it's Stria. From Andrea Mowry. Actually, I was planning to. I had planned to knit this on my summer vacation, but that I didn't have so much knitting time then. But the Stria cardigan is on my list for quite a while. I purchased some yarn at the Handwerkbeurs, a knitting event in May this year, and a lovely yarn. It's a bit messed up on my yarn cake, but it's yarn from a Dutch knitting, Dutch indie dyer. You say it, indie dyer. It is Lindewool. I will share my page in my craft book. It is Lindewool, and it's dyed by the ladies there, and it's a mix of 60% wool, 20% silk, and 20% rami. And the color name is Red Tiger Eye. It's a fingering weight, and I love the color. And I sometimes I buy yarn and then I will search for a project, but this time I had the Stria already in mind, I guess. Oh no, that's not true. I had the Maema. Oh, I didn't put on my Maema. Oh, I'm unrevealed. I forgot. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I'm quite sure you don't bother, but I do. So I think I had in mind to make another Maema with it, but then I saw the Stria and I bought that pattern, and yesterday I cast it on my swatch, and I went down one needle size. The pattern says 2.75 millimeter needles. I use 2.5. I do have 2.75, but in my shorty set, and I lost one needle tip. I don't understand where it is. Every time I open it, they all fall out, and I don't know. I'm quite sure it's in the house somewhere, but I didn't find it yet. I didn't work hard for it too, but it must be somewhere. But I'm also quite a loose knitter, so I actually almost always go down 1 needle size. So I tried, and I didn't block my swatch. I'm a lazy swatcher, and I also only check the wide, not the row count. And I don't know if that's a good idea to do or to don't do or not. But for me, it works when I struggle, when I make a mistake because I didn't do that. Then I felt the reason why you have to do it, and from then on I will do it. But I don't have it. I don't have struggled with it with row count already, so it will be okay. But I casted on my Maema cardigan. Let me show you the right side, and I love it. I love it already. I will make a solid one, and I do love the stripes on the Andrea's one, but I don't know if I'm a stripy person. And the other thing is that I wear my basics the most, and I have quite some flowery dresses and stuff, and I prefer a solid one, so I guess it was, but I did doubt when I cast it on, because I think it will knit so, the stripes will motivate you to knit, and but it isn't necessary to be motivated, because this is my participation to the slow knitting along from a Dutch knitter, Elisa, with the focus on the slow knitting. And I told you about it last week, I guess, in my last episode. It don't have to be fast and don't have to be quick. Slow is okay, and enjoy the knitting and recharge your battery, and focus on the relaxing stuff from knitting, and not the quick. Oh, I want that cardigan. Oh, go. I want to wear it. Oh, next stripe. No, don't do that. Just knitting. And I'm quite enjoying it. It's half fisherman's rib. I never knitted that, and I thought it would be quite hard, but it isn't. It's such a relaxing stitch. I love the raglan. I love it. I simply love it. Started yesterday and enjoy knitting it a lot, and it will be this knitting. It's quite a spring and summer cardigan, I guess, and it would be perfect for autumn too, but I will not finish it then. So I can imagine I will work on it now and then, and start another project while I'm busy with this. So when it's finished next year, it's okay. But the color, Red Tiger, I love it, and the pattern is such fun. And I can imagine I will make another one with stripes. But I'm thinking that by almost every knitting I make, I will make another one in another color. I will make another one with short sleeves, with long sleeves. We can, but there are so much another ones. Too less time. So much I need. Maybe I skip my nights. No, I love to sleep, so that's not a good idea. Okay. Let's see. That were my works in progress. So now I have my acquisitions. Let's see. I was on that knitting event, and then Maaike came by, and Maaike is a lovely Dutch knitter. Mokum Knits is her Instagram name, and she went to Stephen and Penelope. She lives in Amsterdam. I have never been to the Stephen and Penelope shop. I will be once, but it's quite dangerous to go there, I guess. I have to save some money for that. But she had a lovely gift for me. It was such a lovely gift. She gave me this sock mini from Walk. It's a hand dyed one in my colors. I love these colors. The color name is, where it is? metal dust and brown and gray and black and a bit of beige yellow. It's absolutely lovely. So it was a wonderful gift, and I will add it into my memory blankets, and every time I see that part I knit with this yarn, I will think of that lovely day and all the fun we had together and the knits. And there was also a card. I will put it in my knitting diary. And she had also this lovely card. Perfect is boring, with some lovely words at the back. It's a card from a Dutch drawer, Ing Things. She also knits, and I love it. I love it. Perfect is boring. I do love perfect, but always perfect is boring. And I also do love imperfect. I'm practicing my imperfectionism. So I will put this in my knitting diary too. And there also was a pin of West Knits, and that reminds me of the mystery knit along. I saw all the you can buy the pattern now. I didn't do already. I didn't have the time already, but I will. I absolutely will. I will take part of the mystery knit along I told you about in my last episode. And I didn't look at the I don't know. Stephen told you in a fragment. Fragment is not the right word, but in a reel, in a short episode, what you need for this mystery knit along. And I don't have it in my stash, not the right stuff, so I have to buy new yarn. Oh, it's such a pity. But now I have to choose the colors, and it's quite hard to choose the colors. I think I'm already. I have already decided what yarn it will be. I will not tell you because I'm not quite sure yet. But then the colors. So I have a few weeks to think about it. So this week I will look at all the information and buy the pattern and enjoy the process of color choosing, and look at all the colors on Instagram, because that can be inspiring when you check the hashtag already. I guess I didn't do that, but mystery knit along 2022, and there must be a lot of pretty color combinations. Another gift, also Saturday, from a lovely lady, a Dutch knitter, which also makes amazing things. Evelien Maakte, here's her her Instagram name. She thanked me for the knitting podcast, and she gave me some stitch markers and some progress keepers and some needle stoppers, because she tells, every time I'm looking at your podcast, I'm worried about your knitting slipping off your needles, your stitches slipping off your needles. So she gave me these needle stoppers to protect my knitting from slipping from the needles. And this one I can use it very good, because this. I can do it. I can fix it when I drop a stitch, but it's quite harder than when I drop a stitch on a sock or whatever. So I can fix this. Thank you, Evelien. And the other stuff, my neighbor at the knitting event was Françoise. It's a Dutch indie dyer. Her name is Bad Katou Yarn, and she dyes the most lovely color combinations. And she posted a picture on Instagram from a skein of wool, and somebody on Instagram tagged me and said, "Oh, Sarah, that's totally your color," and it absolutely was. The color name was Caramel Fudge. Caramel Fudge. You can imagine that would be nice colors. That also is a nice taste, but it's also nice to knit with. Better for your health to knit with, I guess. But she was my neighbor at the event, and she had 3 skeins of that color, the only 3. And I said, I didn't want to buy any other wool, because any other yarn, because I have mods and I have quite a big stash, so I want to knit from it. And it's quite hard when you are next to someone with the most beautiful skeins, and you want to support them, and you want to support yourself with the nicest yarns. But I I said to myself, no, you are not going to buy any yarn. But when I saw these skeins, I said, okay, when you have one at the end of the day, when they aren't sold, I will buy one from you. And at the end of the days, yes, even 2. So I don't understand, because I thought it was the most beautiful color from all she had. But it's the kind, it's my taste, of course. But I want to buy it from her, and she said, no, I want to give it to you. It's a gift. So here's her name, Bad Cattle Yarn. Check her on Instagram. She makes the most loveliest yarn. And caramel fudge it is. Oh, such a beauty. I will make, I guess, a pair of socks. But I also thought, should I add this one to the mystery knit along as the accent color, the contrast color? I don't know. Okay, what do I want to say? Oh yeah, she told me she's on a knitting event in Denmark. Ver? It is, in Dutch we say dat is ver. But I thought she said fair. I don't know, I'm not sure. But when you are in Denmark and you are watching my podcast, maybe you this weekend she will be in your country. Okay. Bad Cattle Yarn. Okay, I guess it was all I wanted to say. Oh no, there's something more. Oh, this one. There's a lovely Dutch lady, and she sends me some nice stuff now and then. Always nice cards or little presents. And she sent me this little card of this girl with a granny square blanket behind her. And oh, I love everything on this picture, and it makes me very happy. So sweet of her. And I guess I told you everything about my moths. I'm not quite sure if I told you about last week, but I do have moths, and now I have a biological solution in the Netherlands. These, how do you call it in Dutch? I don't know. In English, I do know. In Dutch, let's see. I will check on Google. The parasitic wasp. Do you know? It is the parasitic wasp put their eggs in the egg. No, in the larva. In Dutch we say larve or larve. From the moth, and then they will eat from inside out, and the moth egg will die. There will not come a moth out of it. So you can buy cards, little cards with a lot of eggs from the parasitic wasp, and they will fly out, and they're very, very tiny. You can't see them, although I think you can't see them because I haven't seen them, and they are in there for a week. And when you're looking at the card, you see them crawling about the card, but they're very, very tiny. And they should be the solution for my moths. But moths, it's another. So I'm not sure if it will work. Quite some people told me it worked, but I'm a bit afraid I have too many moths already. But we shall see. And I appreciate the biological solution, not to use any chemicals, but we shall see if it works out. I hope, because my whole house is made of wool. Wool everywhere, and I like it, but the moths also like it, so I understand them. I absolutely understand them, but I don't like it. We are living in peace right now. They are enjoying my couch, the back of my couch, and they are enjoying all kind of stuff, but they are not coming to my wool. They're not touching my woolly stuff. There was only one thing they ever destroyed, and it was a warm water bottle which you could put in your bed or to your stomach when you have your periods, or when you have cold feet in winter in bed and you have this water bottle and the bag for it. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean. I knitted one and I embroidered some flowers, and I was quite sad when they had made holes in it. But that was the only thing. They never touched my cardigans and sweaters, and there will be a day. They will be. I can imagine they fly. They will not eating at my cardigans one day, but we're living in kind of peace. Not really, because I do kill them. When I see them, I do have those pheromone strips in my house, and that's not very peaceful. So maybe they will punish me for that for some time. But the parasitic wasps are my army against. It's not. Why am I saying we're living in peace? I'm terrible. I'm absolutely not living in peace with my moths. Poor moths. And others. Okay, we shall see. I will keep you posted if it works. Okay, this was my knitting episode and crochet for this week. I guess I told you everything. I will go editing this stuff and uploaded it, and then I will go knitting on my Stria. And I'm not sure if there will be an episode next week, because I will go on summer camp. No, not on summer camp, on school camp with my youngest daughter. She's going to a Waldorf school, and they start the school year every year with a in Dutch we say werkweek, working week. They have work to do. We are camping, and they are working in the woods, I guess. I'm not quite sure where we're going, but I will be there, because I'm not good at working in the woods, but I will be there to work with them and have a lot of fun, and we shall see. So maybe when I have time and motivation to make a podcast on Sunday before, but I don't know. We have to pack and the house is full, so I don't know if that. So then you see me the other Monday, yeah, but that's absolutely okay. So I wish you a very nice week, and till the next time. Bye bye.